Yeah, what have you kind of seen from Curtis Rourke in terms of quarterback, and how do you, can the running back kind of gel with the quarterbacks this spring?
Curtis is a great team player. He's doing what he's coached to do, and I'm sure Coach Sig loves that, and the team loves it as well.
We'll go to Daniel on your right, and then Matt.
Yeah, Kaelon. It feels like throughout the spring we've kind of seen you particularly vocal on the field. When you kind of arrive here and you're kind of seeing the old Indiana versus what you want the new Indiana to be, how have you kind of seen that progression so far?
Definitely with our coaching staff, the help of them, just bringing in just winning traditions and winning ways, just trying to filter out last season and just bring in, like you said, new Indiana. I feel like the players have definitely like came a long way as well. Making sure everyone is just on the same page, everyone just being humble and acting like we've been here before.
We'll go Matt on your right, and then Mason.
Yeah, last week we had Aiden, obviously from JMU. He talked about kind of proving to people that he belonged on this level. Do you kind of have that same motivation coming, from the Sun Belt to the Big Ten? And do you notice that with the other guys that came with you from JMU and from the other, like Old Dominion and Troy?
Definitely. For me personally, that's something that's always been in the back of my head. Never said anything vocally. Just thankful that I've been able to play on the Division I level for so long. And I give my thanks to God for that. And also from the team, the other teammates that have came from like Troy and ODU as well. They have that hunger and that want to be here. So I feel like Coach Sig definitely brought in the right guys.
We'll go Mason in front, and then Jack.
Yeah, Kaelon, obviously you're in a new spot this year, but a lot of familiarity kind of followed you from JMU to here, specifically with your running backs coach, John Miller. What's your relationship like with him, and then getting to play with him again, even though it's in a new place? What kind of excites you about that?
Coach John he's a great coach, man. I've been with him since he first became a running back coach, and it's just been like a blessing to see him progress over time. He's helped me grow into a man and also as a player. It's always learning new things as time goes on, and I definitely appreciate them as a coach. And you know, and definitely as far as the group goes, he's definitely done a great job just bringing in new guys and making sure everyone grows at the same time.
We'll go Jack, and then Seth.
Yeah, just when you think about your time at James Madison, what is it about the coaching staff? You guys moved from FCS to FBS and kind of maintained that success throughout your 4 years. What is it about the coaching staff that you feel like they were able to build, such a successful program?
Honestly, I feel like it starts with the head man. He coached at Alabama, so he knows the winning way, and it filters down to the rest of the coaches. Personally, from my coach, he played at JMU. They won a lot there, so he knows a lot about bringing the team together and making sure everyone is on the same page. And I just felt like they've done a great job making sure that, like I said, everyone's on the same page and everyone is growing together, staying humble, and making sure we're playing fast, physical, and relentless each day that we're out there.
We'll go to Seth on your left, and then we'll go Zion.
Yeah, you're a guy that Coach and some others have pointed out is one of the early leaders of the team this spring. Just how have you gone about maybe establishing yourself as a leader and while adapting to a new environment and a new team?
Definitely having to be more vocal. Personally, I've had more problems in the past leading by example, which is not a bad thing. But when you're in a new place, you have to make sure that people feel you and people know where you're coming from. So being more vocal is definitely that, and also making sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do off the field. Trying to get everybody together, whether that's having lunch together or just bonding with the team. So.
Are you finding it kind of coming a little more naturally to you being more vocal, or are you having to really draw it out of yourself?
It's definitely become more natural. It feels a little weird, honestly, but I just feel like it's something that I have to do being on this level and being around a new team.
We'll go Zion, and then Pete.
You split carries in the backfield last year at JMU, and it might be something you have to do again this year. Just how do you go about it mentally, knowing that you got to make the most of the opportunities you get with the ball?
Yeah, you pretty much said it right there, my guy. Just making the most of my opportunity when I get it. And I just thank God for even being here at this level and having the opportunity to even carry the ball in these big-time games and in big-time situations. And I just thank my coaches for even letting me get in the game and make plays.
We'll go Pete, third row on your left, and then Joe.
Over here. A two-part question. One, talk about a little bit your receiving skills, how much you value that, and then what is it about the offense overall that you
I feel my receiving skills grow a lot, especially being with Coach John and the way that football has evolved. You have to be able to catch the ball out of the backfield, and that's definitely became important to me. And so what was your other question?
Just about the offense, what is it you like about the offense?
I love the fact that we're so balanced. We get the ball to everywhere. Receivers, running backs, quarterbacks have plays for themselves, and it just makes for a more complete offense.
Joe and then Zach B.
Yeah, Coach Cincinnati mentioned like competitiveness among different position groups, and especially in the running back room, it's a lot of new faces. And how is that? You haven't really worked with these guys a lot beforehand. Helped elevate some of that competitive spirit.
Definitely working with these guys outside of our training time here, making sure we're building that camaraderie and togetherness with each other off the field. So when we get on the field, it's like clockwork. Everyone's on the same page. We're all competitive. We all want the same thing, but at the end of the day, we're still a team, and we all want to win.
Zach B on your left and then Zach G.
Going off of that, how do you build that camaraderie off the field with those guys? There's five guys from 5 different universities in that running back room.
That's training outside of our facility. That's playing video games. That's going out to eat, watching movies, just doing different types of things to get to know each other since we all came from different backgrounds. But it's been very easy. Well, we're just meshing all together. So.
Any specific video game?
Madden.
Zach G on your right and then last one to Mason.
Coach talked about the depth of the team, specifically at receiver and running back. How do you guys, how do you feel and see yourselves meshing and sticking together?
Definitely, as camp has came along, I feel like we've became stronger in our playbook and also just in our skill set as well, just knocking the rust off, making sure everyone is just there mentally, because football is more of a mental game than a physical game. You know, you can be talented, but if you don't know the mental part of it, then you're not going to be your best self. So I feel like we've just done a great job of doing that in the receiver room and the running back room.
How was Coach John challenge you guys to do mentally?
Knowing what the receivers have, knowing what the O-line has, and also knowing what we have as well. Whether it's in pass protection, we're just using the right technique and being keyed into the details every single play and every single drive. And also just making sure we're staying level-headed when things get hard, and just challenging us to grow and to be better men and to be better football players.
Last one to Mason right in front of you.
Yeah, kind of sticking with Coach Miller then, or what's he like in a meeting room or out on the practice field, kind of in the areas where we don't see him? What is he like with you guys?
He's a great guy, very funny, very chill at the same time. You know, he relates to us really well since he just finished playing not too long ago, and he's definitely like a great mentor. Like, that's someone that you look up to as far as being a football player and as being a man. He seems to do no wrong, but I know, like, growing up, he's done wrong before, but he's always like helped us to grow and to learn from our mistakes.